wanted to talk about my first chemo. So today is August the 17th, which means this is day 14 of chemo. So when people are talking about that, you have the infusion of chemo, and that's called day 1. And then however many days you have until the next one are numbered 2, 3, 4, 5 until you start the next one, and then you're back at day 1 again. So my day 1 was August the 3rd, and I went to the cancer center in Kingsport, which is where my doctor is. And the first thing, we had to be there at like 8:15, I think, in the morning. And the first thing that happened was I had labs. And since I had the port, I didn't have to worry about getting stuck. Didn't hurt at all. They took some blood vials and did some other stuff. They have to make sure everything is okay in your labs before they can give you chemo. So then after that, while you're waiting for your labs to come back, then I met with the nurse practitioner who went over several things, such as the names of the medications that I'm going to be getting. And because of my heart ejection fraction rate is only 30%, then, or 35%, it was 30% with an echocardiogram, 35% in the heart cath, so we're going 35%. But because of the heart ejection fraction rate, they didn't want to give me one of the medications because they thought it would be too hard on my heart, and I was a little bit upset about that. But you know, the nurse practitioner assured us that I was still getting very good treatments, and one of the treatment that I really wanted was for the HER2 positive receptors, which my cancer has, and that was supposed to be like the #1 drug to attack that, and I was still getting that, so that was good. And then after that, labs came back, everything was good, and so I was given a little tour of the place where everybody gets their chemo, and there was like these little cubicle spaces. There was probably about 50, I want to say, of different people, you know, getting chemo and stuff. And each ever so many people were being looked after by a nurse. So there was different nurses around. And so I was directly in front of 2 nurses. And there was like a chair for me, chair for Charlie was there with me at first, and then when I got started with everything, then my sister came and stayed with me the rest of the day. And so I got, you know, they just hooked up to the port, all the different medications, one after the other, and I just sat there and relaxed. I would say maybe after the first, I had 3 different chemo bags of stuff that was going in. And after the first bag, I had to go to the bathroom. And I remember when I stood up, I felt weird. I felt like I was a little bit out of it, like I was on drugs or something. I mean, I was on drugs, I was on chemo drugs, but I wasn't on any sedatives or any pain medication or anything like that. I guess it was just all the chemicals and stuff, but I felt what I have read to be chemo brain. I thought this must be chemo brain, or else maybe this is just temporary. But actually from that point on until day 8, I felt the same way. Weird, out of it, kind of zombie-like, walking very kind of slow. It was a really odd feeling. I felt like I was on some kind of drugs or some kind of sedatives or something. And so like I said, that continued for 8 days. So I really did not feel good for the first 8 days. And so I started to feel a little bit better on day 9, 10. I think day 12 was like my best day. 11 and 12 were like my best days. And like I said, today is day 15, 14. So I'm just now feeling well enough to like back into Facebook, blogging, and everything like that. Also, one of the medications that I take is likely to cause neuropathy, which gives you like a numbing and tinglingness in the tips of your fingers and your toes. So they recommend that you get these mitts. And feet things that have ice packs in them, and you wear them during your treatment of that medicine. And then you're supposed to also, after that, do it like for 20 minutes and then 2 hours off. 20 minutes, 2 hours off for the first couple days after you have chemo. And that's supposed to hopefully help prevent that. And I did notice some of those days, the first couple days, I felt kind of fumbly. Like I went to go get up a pencil and I couldn't hardly pick it up. And I was just laughing because I thought it was kind of funny, but really it wasn't that funny. But that went away. So anyway, that's the whole day went. The cancer ward thing was really cool. Lots of nice people, and there was these volunteer ladies, and they came around at lunchtime and gave everybody food. Your person that was with you, and you got a little lunch if you wanted it. They also had other snacks and things, so you could ask for them for free at any time. But anyway, and then we finally left. I want to say it was like 5:30. We were there like all day long. And that was because it was the first treatment, and it is a lot worse and harder with the first treatment, so the next one won't hopefully take that long. But my next treatment will be on August the 24th. Next week, one more week, and I will be starting all over again. But I just wanted to let you know how the first chemo went, and it went. I didn't feel horribly sick and throwing up like I was afraid I might. So I appreciate all your prayers, and thank you so much for your prayers and thoughts. And I will talk to you next time. Bye.